And you know, outside view, looking at what we do, most of the artists on our label have face paint of some sort.
Really?
Into an outside view, it looks like it's all the same. But to the Juggalo Nation, it's so much more than that. It's so much more special than that. Every artist on our label has a character, a persona, a bio of interest. You know what I mean?
How do you find an artist for your label? Do you get tapes submitted? If I want to become
on, man, it's a very small roster, you know what I'm saying? It's built over many years, you know, and then every once in a while, like, our most recently signees are called the Dayton family, and they're like some cast from back in the day that we love from Flint, Michigan, you know what I'm saying?
Can you turn these bitches out and make some coin with them?
They got a video out right now called Cocaine.
Right.
Now think about this for a minute. The video's called Cocaine, and it is like a expensive video. This has a point.
Right.
It's an expensive video with no indication at all of trying to get it on MTV or BET.
There's no more cocaine all over the place.
There's cocaine flying all through the video. There's, I mean, like
no naked bitches, nothing. Just
naked
cocaine.
Bitches, just cocaine flying everywhere. And it's the point is, it's
what is the point?
Quality for underground. Just because it's underground doesn't mean it's bootleg and scratchy.
I always like your videos. They're good quality videos.
Yeah, but it's not for the mainstream system. It's for the underground. It's made and intended for that, and it's quality shit that could be in the mainstream, but just because it's underground doesn't mean it's got to be bootleg looking or sound.
Robin doesn't understand. You have 30 employees working for you, right?
I saw that they have an entourage of sorts with them today.
Yeah, you have an entourage. You have, you guys personally made $10 million last year, didn't you?
Well, that's what they say, but I'm not going to turn it down. It sounds pretty dope.
You didn't make $10 million?
Hopefully I'll make another 10 this year.
Not even close. This year. But that seems to be the figure everybody runs with. So, hey, if somebody's saying that about us, not like we're quick to check them on that.
But you're millionaires, right?
I'm not a millionaire. I don't have $1 million.
Where do they live? How do they live?
I guess you're right, Robin. They aren't successful. But I thought you guys, how many albums have you sold?
A lot. Yeah, like
in the millions.
Yeah, like 10 million probably.
10 million. I mean, a lot of record companies would love to have you guys on their label, I would think.
Do you own your rights?
We to all but like 3 or 4 of our records, something like that. Yeah, yeah.
We've
own
done
all
stuff with
originals,
major labels
all masters,
before,
all that shit.
and it's always hell, man. You know,
yeah,
just even
and that's why we would never sign with a major again, just because it's just how we do things.
Right.
Is how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else telling us how to do it or how we can or can't do it.
And nobody knows our audience like we do. You know.
Well, maybe you need someone to tell you what to do. You're not making that much money.
We're very, very. You know, money's a secret issue.
It is.
I mean? Yeah.
You want to feel like you're part of the Juggalo Nation. If they know you have all this money, it's going to ruin your whole relationship.
It's like I could be like, hey, you want to go ride in my car right quick? You know what I'm saying? You want to jump in my Escalade? It's on my wrist. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you know.
Boys, what do you mean in your music when you say scientists are lying motherfuckers? What are we talking about?
I'll tell you what we mean by that.
Yeah.
Is scientists sometimes kill the freshness of belief of first of all, religions. You know what I mean?
Right.
Scientists come and disprove everything, you know. There was no Noah's Ark. There was no this or that, you know.
So
that's not
religion
magic.
is good.
You know, the Northern Lights aren't magic. The Northern Lights in reality are, you know, scientists give you some stupid explanation for what it is.
Gaseous.
Sometimes they kill the fun of belief and freshness, you know.
But don't you guys want to know the truth?
Not necessarily religion, but like, you know, just like, you know what I'm saying, the best way is just like, you know what I'm saying, it's like, why do you need to know? It's like, all right, how do magnets work? Why? Why?
You don't like knowing what a magnet is?
No, I know what a magnet is. Come on, I'm not retarded. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how a magnet
works.
works.
You stick it to metal and it sticks.
But you probably like your computer. That's from science.
No, I don't like my computer.
You hate it.
I got a laptop. I've been on it maybe like 5 times, and I've had it for a year.
But you did like your cell phone.
No, I hate my fucking cell phone. I just now started Twitter, like, what is it, like 5 days ago I sent 2 tweets. I don't know how to do it, and fuck this phone. Give me one of those AARP certified phones with a big screen and big finger thing. You know what I'm saying?
But Chris Rock does a routine. He uses the N-word when he does it, but he says, he goes, I'll quote him, "Niggers love not to know." Do you ever hear that routine? And he does this whole thing about black. He talks about there's a diversity in the black community and how he uses the N-word. I don't, I don't.
Yeah, if you want to hide your money from a N-word, you hide it in a book.
Yeah, right.
Because you'll never find it.
So when you guys say scientists, I mean, come on, you can't be for real in a sense. I mean,
but sometimes they kill the party of imagination and fun. Like when I was a kid, they couldn't tell you how pyramids were made. I don't think.
That's right.
But now they
really still don't know.
Now they tell you, though. Well, here's how, they used to say there's no man-made way possible how they made Stonehenge. We can't explain it. But then here comes scientists.
I know who knows how pyramids were made. John Travolta knows.
He sure does. He's a Scientologist.
Yes.
Sounds like you boys are very religious. It sounds like you have found religion between Miracles, the song, between talking about the miracle of life.
I think we respect religion, but we're not religious. We don't live a religious life.
Right.
We don't read the Bible. We don't go to church. I couldn't tell you if we're Christian or anything. I just know that I don't even know what the difference is between a Catholic and a Christian and a Muslim. I don't know, and I don't really want to know.
Do you boys like reading books, or does that ruin everything too?
I mean,
I read a lot of books.
What? When you're taking a shit, you read a book?
Yeah, that's my reading time.
I read lots of books. Lots of books.
I read till my legs fall asleep.
What book are you reading now, Violent J?
Well, I read wrestling books, people's autobiographies and stuff like that, and a lot of musicians' books.
What type of weed are you smoking these days?
I stopped smoking because when we record an album, I don't want to smoke because it makes my voice hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I stopped smoking right now, but I'm an avid super weed smoker like crazy.
Right.
Now,
Shaggy can't.
you don't.
I don't smoke weed.
Yeah?
I never have. I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you boys are.
When I was a kid, I smoked weed a few times, and then as an adult, I smoked a few times. And last time I smoked weed on the road, I smoked a blunt and made me throw up in my bunk. You know what I'm saying?
Boys, are you being sued by Tila Tequila?
No.
You are not.
What for what?
Well, I'll tell you
She
what.
said she was gonna.
What's she gonna sue for? Yeah.
How could she sue you? I mean,
Because she got hit in the face with a rock?
You boys every year have your Juggalo convention, and you lose money on that, though. This year you were proud you only lost $15,000 on it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Which is great.
Gathering of the
Because to pay $15,000 for that to happen, for that awesomeness, to give 10,000 Juggalos that experience was something we do every year, all the time. That was
Why did Tila Tequila? How did she even end up on your tour?
Easy. We figured she had a song out called "I Want to Fuck the DJ."
Right.
She got famous because she's hot.
Right. She is hot.
Right.
And she gets naked on stage and shit. I figured, what better for the gathering than hot-ass Tila Tequila getting up on stage singing about wanting to fuck the DJ. I thought it would get over.
It was all part of like a ladies' night type deal too. It was Lil Kim, Tila Tequila, and a couple independent girl rappers.
So you guys contacted her.
It was all part of a whole girls' night type deal, you know.
And so you guys contacted her and said, "Hey, we have a good idea here. I think my fans would embrace you because you're hot. You'll come out there, wear something hot, and you'll do this song."
Figured it would work. Did it seem like on paper that would work?
Sounds like a plan.
I would like
She
to
got paid in advance.
She did?
Was good, yeah.
You guys paid her?
Yeah, she...
What do you have to pay a Tila Tequila? Not much.
But then she went on Twitter, and she was saying, she was spelling clown with a K, and that was...
She was disrespecting you.
Irking the Juggalos a little bit. They didn't like that. And she wasn't a Juggalo, but she was posting things on the web like, hey, a website like, hey, I'm a Juggalo. Juggalos were like, no, you ain't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she was being disrespectful a little bit. But we asked Juggalos in our seminar earlier that day, we were like, look, we know the word is she's going to get booed.
Yeah, everybody was like, she about to get it.
We would like everybody to be cool from our opinion. Of course, we don't control the Juggalos. The Juggalos control us.
People think you have a hypnotic trance over your fans.
It's the other way around.
Yeah. Right.
Right there is a good example that we don't control it.
You guys have seminars? I caught you said you have seminars.
Well, we have like we get up and answer questions and talk about what we're doing this year and
we'll have like a whole like anybody that's there. You know what I'm saying? We'll have like scheduled seminars during the day.
How many people show up for a seminar?
Oh man, probably like
depends upon who it is, really. You know what I'm saying?
For us, probably like 1,000.
1,000 people stand there and they ask questions.
At least, it's as big as many people that can fit in that area.
And so Tila Tequila goes up on stage. She got, from what I read anyway. You can tell me the truth here. She was pelted with bags of urine.
See, I didn't see. I was right there, man. I was right there, and I didn't see no shit or piss.
You didn't?
I didn't actually see. I seen rocks.
Right.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Right.
I was saying it, but I didn't actually see her get hit. You know what I'm saying? I seen because I had him heard him hitting the top of the. It was like a metal roof on top of like the pavilion, and she had security in front of her, and I seen them getting lit up. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't actually see her getting lit up.
Right. So you didn't even see that.
And then they were trying to pull her off stage, and she was like, "Nah, I'm straight." You know what I'm saying? Pull the titties out.
Get off the stage.
You know what I'm saying?
She wouldn't get off the stage, and in order to win over the crowd, she revealed her breasts to the juggalos, and the juggalos got even more incensed.
And maybe that's where the shit started flying. I don't know.
Explain the juggalo mentality to me. When a woman takes her top off for me, the shit stops flying, and I want to. I mean, she's doing what I want.
She gets your attention.
Right. I think she should have caught the hint right from the rip. They didn't. You can tell it wasn't going right.
But you boys know, sometimes you go out there, the crowd's against you, and you can win them over.
No, there was
no winning.
No, man.
You sensed there was no winning.
She was like, she kept saying, and you heard her, she kept saying, what was she saying? I ain't no whack bitch.
Yeah, she was like, fuck that.
I'm not no pussy. I'm not gonna run. Yeah, she's like, and that was making it worse.
Fuck yeah, I'm up here. Fuck yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just like, all right, man.
She's taunting the crowd, right?
Basically, yeah.
And when you receive the indication, the juggalos don't want you on there. And then when she took off her top, I think it further pissed off the juggalos. Like, come on, man.
When your security guy gets hit in the head with a rock, that's time to leave the stage. You know what I'm saying? I would think, And then she skedaddled to her like her dressing room was right there, and then it almost got overran. And then me and one of the guys from Twisted, a group on her label, you know what I'm saying? Yes. We kind of dispersed the crowd.
Right.
And I went in there, and man, she looks weird in real life, that broad Tila Tequila. She's like this tall, and she has a chipmunk face, and her titties are way too big for her body. Just looks like a fucking alien. But anyhow, got her out safely. You know what I'm saying? You weren't sitting there look, maybe because her face was swollen up and she was bleeding, but.
Oh, God, what are you talking about?
But man, she was an odd looking spectacle.
Well,
it would have been a lot better on TV.
Would it have been funny if you guys, while you were trying to talk to her, started throwing things at her?
I just went in there and started whipping shit at her.
Yeah.
I want to say that we don't apologize on behalf of the juggalos or nothing like that. Juggalos do what they do, and we represent juggalos.
Well, the juggalos.
She had ample time to bounce before shit got out of control. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. And she chose to stay up there and do what she did.
But the juggalos.